Newaza is a cheat code. I say that for two reasons. The first reason being is Newaza is a lot easier to learn than Tachiwaza. It is much easier to teach an armbar or a rollover than it is to teach like an Uchimata and a Taiotoshi. Mat work in general just requires a bit less coordination. The second reason is, in many cases, there seems to be a big gap from Tachiwaza to Newaza. Number 1 in the world is usually a lot better than number 50 in the world, in terms of just gripping, strength, movement, the ability to score, etc. However, in Newaza, that might not be the case. It is very common to have lesser ranked players better on the mat than the higher ranked players. A perfect example of this is Olympic champion Zurab Zafadari. In 2003, he was the best in the world by a landslide, and he made it to the final with ease, and he was going up against a Korean player, and he was just destroying him. He was up by 3 or 4 scores, if I recall correctly. However, he ended up losing the match by the most basic Newaza turnover, the zombie roll, also known as the fat man's roll, and he got pinned and lost the match. He was clearly way better than the Korean, and he was just outclassing him. But in terms of Newaza, he wasn't better than him. It seemed like that was the one advantage the Korean player had. My point being is that in Newaza, a lot of the times, the number 1 in the world or number 5 in the world isn't that good on the mat. It's a very common thing to see. That's obviously not always the case, but it's definitely the case some of the time.